Oh. What's going on, guys? The rain finally stopped. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to make this video. As a lot of you know, my buddy Chris, NSXTRA, was in a tragic car accident on the 1st. And I kind of wanted to start making YouTube videos just because the whole time I've been working on my car. You know, I've had this car a long time. It was my only vehicle at one point, so I was always in a rush to get things done, because if I couldn't get them done in the day, I couldn't go anywhere. That's changed. I got another vehicle now, so I figured now would be the time to slow down a little bit and try to hop on here and make some good content. Now, I got some other plans for this car here. I have air suspension for the car. I plan on getting it for the trailer as well. So I think I'm going to take some time and record that stuff. But I just wanted to one, talk about my friendship with Chris, talk about the impact he had on me. Also talk about maybe trying to make videos that kind of carry on what he was doing. He didn't really like car shows too much. I sent him a list of stuff, and he didn't really have any interest in it. He's like, man, I don't really do shows anymore. I just kind of like road tripping and camping, doing the overlanding, mall crawling, as he would call it. So I think it's time for me to hop on here and just kind of continue that. Now, these videos, I mean, they're not gonna be as good as his. I really don't know how to work YouTube. I don't have any videos. This is my first video. So I'm just gonna kind of roll with it, keep it raw, keep it real. I tell you what, people say all the time, you know, like, you know, oh, you know, such a good person, or, you know, nicest guy, but he really was like the nicest person. Like, he treated me like I was his best friend. And we were good friends. You know, we had a lot planned for this year. I sent him updates on this trailer the whole time, always on the phone, calling him, texting him, asking him questions. You know, he was definitely the person I looked up to when doing this stuff, because not a lot of people have done this. And you know, we had a ton of plans just for photo opportunities, and our plan to save the old H2O, and you know, it's hard, but like I said, I just wanted to take it. You know, I wanted to step up, and because me and him tossed around the idea of YouTube. I told him I was never really good at this stuff, and that wasn't really my thing. He never really pushed me to do it, but I just think now is a good opportunity to kind of step up and provide some good content for you. Now, guys, excuse the poor editing skills. There's going to be some jump cuts. I'm going to forget something, mess up, leave some stuff out that I want to kind of touch back on. So I met Chris down at H2OI in 2021. I saw him back in 2019. I didn't get an opportunity to talk to him. But I finally got a chance to actually develop a friendship with him 2 years later. And we were at the coffee beanery. And we were there. I was there with one of my buddies, Jordan. He has a Dodge Stealth. And we ended up going back to my place on 36 because we had a nice spot by the bay. You know, you could see the sunset. It was wide open. So we ended up going back there and getting some nice photos done. He was playing with like the light effects. I'll post some pictures. He was real proud of that. He got this nice camera, and he was doing some like light drawing, and it was really fun. It was a really fun time. But then after, he's like, hey man, he's like, can I set up my tent in your parking lot? Like, I got to get some sleep. And I said, yeah, man, like no problem, like whatever you want to do. So he set up his tent, got some sleep, and then we ended up going to Secrets after that. And we just had a good time. We ate food, drank, just talked, and just really got to know him on a more personal level than just the car stuff. But then fast forward, we met up with a guy, Robert, RV Media, who was shooting an after movie for H2O. So we ended up going up to Assawoman Bay, and we parked on the beach. He had a pretty cool after movie there. We got some sick shots. It was a really good time. Beautiful scenery. So that I'll post a link to the after movie right here by Robert. And as we were shooting the video, I was talking to Chris, and we were talking about just how we were gonna save H2O. It was kind of slowing down. 21 was really the last year for it. Some people don't even say that 21 counts. There really wasn't a lot of people, but we were talking about how we were gonna save H2O, and I told him about wanting to do a trailer, and he was all about it. And he's like, man, dude, if you did a trailer and you matched it, we could bring H2O back. Like, we'd come down here and we would save H2O. And I tell you what, meeting Chris for the first time down there, he just felt like a lifelong friend. And he made me feel that way. I mean, he took a ride in my car. We went out, and we had fun. We went to Ocean Bites and got food there. It was a good time. He just really, really went out of his way to make friends and be your friend. Me and Chris ended meeting up again up at Sevens Day. It's a big like JDM Rotary meet that they have in New York City. So we met up there, and we cruised around all night. We went all different kinds of places. They have a bunch of meat spots throughout the night, and then it ended up being like real late. So we went back, and we hung out outside this restaurant, and we were sitting there probably like 2:30 in the morning, just eating, talking, and we were talking about my plans, and that I wanted to kind of do what he did and get a trailer. And he was just telling me, he's like, man, you got to do it. If you could do it, you would. He's like, we could save H2O. We could go down there. We could cruise. We could revive it. He even wanted to have like a half-car trailer meet in Ocean City, Maryland, which I kind of want to look into. I kind of want to see who's on the Facebook group and who's local. Maybe we could organize something like that. Chris was a really good guy, and he had a lot on his plate. I mean, he was dealt some bad hands as far as with his family, and he texted me when his dog passed, and I tried calling him and texting him, and we talked a little bits here and there. I was worried. I was talking to one of our mutual friends, my buddy Jordan, and I was like, man, like we gotta keep reaching out, keep talking to him, texting him, because I know he's just alone right now. I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna share this. I don't know if people know this, but at around 12:30 that night, there was a Snapchat from him, and he was driving 187. I wish I would have seen it in time. Texted him and called him, and said, what the heck, man? But by the time I saw it, it was too late. Probably gonna edit this all out anyway. I really didn't want this video, the first one, to be like this. He was my friend, man. He was a good friend. Always willing to help. Always had advice for me, steps. We'd FaceTime all the time when I was building stuff with this, on how things looked or how to do things. He helped me with the rack and mounting the tent. I have a ton of good memories, and he's definitely impacted a lot of people, and me especially. You know, I took a ton of inspiration from him with this idea, and I'm gonna miss him. We all are.
Low, 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 low.